Welcome to a special edition of the NBA on ESPN. The beginning of a great doubleheader tonight. The Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics, two of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. It was just a week and a half ago up in Boston when the Celtics blew out the Heat, beating them by 19 points. Rajon Rondo with a triple-double against Miami. So you know the Heat are looking for revenge. You know they're a little bit grumpy heading into this game here tonight. But Boston coach Doc Rivers says that won't affect the way the Celtics play at all.
Well, they're going to give it their best effort, and they should. But, like I told our guys this morning, just because they're mad doesn't affect the way we're going to play. Good. But we're going to play the same. And, they beat us, But just, we don't back down because someone's mad at you. That's just basketball.
LeBron James warming up, getting ready to play some hoops. Celtics and Heat coming up next. The first game of an ESPN doubleheader. LeBron better look out. Boston 17-7 since the All-Star break, 15-17 before the break, so they are red hot.
Stats, you're going to realize that he's in the top 10 in so many key categories. When you say fast break, points per game, foul tries attempt, foul tries made, scoring average, all right, minutes per game, field goal percentage, and then in assists, he's ahead of 16 point guards that we have in the league in the assists. So I'd say his overall game is pretty impressive.
And it's not like Garnett and LeBron James are the only stars in this game tonight. Dwayne Wade is back in the lineup after missing Sunday's game with a bad ankle, and Rondo will be looking for another big night against the Heat.
Gut check win tonight.
I'm going to say yes. I think Boston
you think they can win these?
Can do this. But here's why. All of a sudden, we don't know what Miami's funk is. Is it a slump? We don't know what it is. And the Bulls, if Derrick Rose can't stay healthy, maybe it's just a year where he cannot get out there all those games. Teams have seasons like that. Doc Rivers said at Christmas time, he was coming up. LeBron James and the Heat have the best home record in the league at 24-3. Also, 2 more games, including tonight against the Celtics. Opening tip from Miami coming up.
Welcome back inside American Airlines Arena here in Miami. LeBron James and the Miami Heat take on Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics, who have moved up to the 4th spot right now with the Eastern Conference on the strength of a 17-7 record since the All-Star break. Rondo and Avery Bradley in the backcourt. Remember, Ray Allen is now coming off the bench. Paul Pierce, Brandon Bass, and Kevin Garnett up front for the Celtics. For the Heat, Mario Chalmers joined by Dwayne Wade back after missing Sunday's game against Detroit with a tender ankle. LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Rony Turioff now with the Heat and starting in the middle. Just about ready for tip, but first, here's Heather Cox.
Dan, just 10 days after losing to Boston, one of the worst performances of the year, Miami has a chance at redemption. Chris Bosh, who scored just 4 points in the loss, told us today it was flat out embarrassing. Dwayne Wade teased it didn't happen because it was April Fool's Day. The loss also prompted Eric Spoelstra to shake things up, making changes to the lineup that he says he'll stick with throughout the playoffs. And Dan, watch out. After visiting the locker room a bit ago, I sensed a certain vibe, a certain level of motivation. This is always an intense bunch, but that intensity is definitely heightened tonight.
This should be a very intense game. They'll meet again before the regular season is over, Hubie, and theoretically, they could meet, obviously, in the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, maybe deeper than that, depending on how things go out. But this is going to have a playoff feel to it tonight.
Well, Boston wants to win their division, and then Miami wants to have the best record, not only in the Eastern Conference, but all over the league, so that they would have home court advantage if they got all the way to the final.
Miami's 2 back of Chicago in the Eastern Conference. They've still got 2 games left with the Bulls. There's a lot on the line before the playoffs begin. Bosh and Garnett to get us started tonight, and it's Miami ball.
Well,
Back in Miami, the Heat trailing the Boston Celtics 13-9. 5 minutes in, it's been another remarkable season for LeBron James, maybe on his way to picking up his 3rd MVP award. We asked Eric Spoelstra what he has meant to the Heat this year.
He's playing at a level that we need him to play. We've talked about it, that he needs to play at an MVP level, but also whether he gets it or not, he needs to play at a Defensive Player of the Year level for us, to be able to defend all 5 positions during the course of the same game, but to spark us and to lead us on that side of the floor. He's been doing that, as well as anybody's ever done it in this league.
That's a big job description.
Yeah. And that's it. You know, nothing else. All right, yeah.
Played an MVP level offensively, played a defensive player of the year level defensively, guard 1 through 5. That's it.
Well, and then be first team All-NBA, and then also lead the Olympic team this summer, by the way.
Dwayne Wade gets free under the basket. That'll snap the 10-0 Celtics run and bring the Heat back within 2. A 2-point lead for the Celtics. 7 minutes into the game here in Miami. Pierce got Battier in the air. Off the fingertips of Rondo. Bass runs it down, but turns it over. LeBron, Wade, LeBron!
Great vision. The ability to leap and cover that ground that LeBron James just did from beyond the foul line, and then naturally the pass.
So lethal when they force a live ball turnover. They just got another one.
That's why you say you have to shoot a high percentage and cut down your turnovers.
Between the legs pass, LeBron to James Jones. Timeout Boston.
I like it. I like the timeout. Doc is not going to let them get away. So he's trying to keep it within striking distance. Now this is just a great move. Now watch the pass to the left of the screen, right back.
Dwayne Wade to LeBron James up to the rafters here at American Airlines Arena, and the Heat have the lead. Miller will try to answer and does.
Well, Mike Miller is a 45% plus three-point shooter this year. The problem is the amount of games which he has missed because of injury, 26.
Garnett couldn't handle the pass from Rondo. Numbers for Miami.
Nice.
Wow.
Beautiful move. Well, the fake pass got Pierce to move. Now he's going to call him quick.
An 11-3 run for Miami, and as usual, some electrifying, seemingly gravity-defying plays from the Miami Heat. Chalmers with a layup as well, and the Heat are getting back in it, down by 10. A few minutes ago, but Miami's on an 11-3 run right now. The building is into it, and they're back within 10. Wade with 14, make it 16 as Dwayne Wade is putting his fingerprint on this game here tonight.
They are now 26-10.
Fighting Garnett right now. Pierce, contested jumper, and Miller runs down the rebound. The closest Miami has gotten here to this half is 5. They trailed by as many as 18 in the second quarter.
Now, once again, Haslam is your key, your center, and the other 4 guys are three-point shooters.
How about this, LeBron and Garnett? LeBron beats them.
Now, that took a great lead. The extension by LeBron on that shot was to open looks at the basket. Plus, he has not been on the foul line. And we're talking about a guy who gets to the line 5 or 6 times.
Count the basket. Chalmers scores and draws the foul.
Well, they catch Bradley sleeping here. That can never happen. Right? When you're playing that guy out of bounds, and then your man is underneath in the box across the lane. Watch the top of the screen. You see, well, he gave him a little push off.
He held him off pretty well.
That's right. But you come on, you got to be physical in that situation and not let him push you under the backboard.
Overall numbers from the line good for Miami, but some critical misses here in the fourth quarter. Wade, what a crossover, and what a scoop!
I'm surprised because there were 2 white shirts down there that they didn't challenge the shot there. Now, Doc is going to talk. Now, keep an eye right here. You see, they step away because nobody wants to pick up the foul.
More NBA action. Game 2 of our doubleheader as the Knicks visit the Bulls. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Hubie Brown, Heather Cox, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Dan Schulman saying thanks for watching and so long from American Airlines Arena.